Hi, Jim Carson from Blackstock Ford Lincoln, Highway 9 in Orangeville, Bad Dog Modification Center, 670 Rydell Road, and the new Orangeville Quick Lane right beside Bad Dog Mods. Today's subject, I want to talk about the three main construction types of aftermarket wheels: cast, forged, and the newer flow-formed wheel. So let's get right to it. Okay, let's talk about the cast wheel. I have a good example here. The pros and cons of cast wheels are by far the least expensive. The drawback to a cast wheel is they're heavier and they're not nearly as strong as a forged wheel. Cast wheels can be made two ways. Gravity cast is pretty simple, like it sounds. That's kind of the old tech way. That's pouring molten aluminum into a mold. Or a low gravity feed is like an injection system where they're injecting that liquid aluminum into the mold. The problem with a cast wheel, the challenge with the cast wheel, is that either way, especially the gravity fed, has more opportunity to trap air bubbles, causing porous aluminum. So the manufacturers have to cast the wheel in such a way, the design of what they can cut out, they have to use thicker materials, thicker barrel, thicker arms, so that the wheel will retain its strength, and therefore it's heavier because there's more aluminum left involved in that. If we look around the back side, you can see how the machining has been done here around this hub center, and this has all been machined out to give the finished product. But they didn't waste a lot of the aluminum because this stuff was all cast in one cast. Now, so racetrack wheels, not a good application. The tension of a slick tire, a wide slick tire, could pull the barrel apart under aggressive driving, or when you hit a curb, or on the road, when you hit a curb or you hit a large pothole. Cast wheels are more likely to break than forged or the flow form we're going to talk about a bit later. So let's now switch over to forged and find out why they're so much more expensive. All right, let's take a look at forged wheels, what's considered to be the absolute best possible aftermarket wheel, and they're very expensive. Let me explain why. This obviously is an expensive wheel because it's huge. It's 24 inches by 12, but the whole process of forged wheels is why a forged wheel is more expensive, and I'll get into that. Forged wheels are going to start with a solid block of T6 aluminum. They'll specify exactly what kind of aluminum they want to use. But for example, a wheel will start out with a 100-pound block of aluminum, and by the time they're done, it's a 20-pound wheel. So over 3/4 of the actual material has been machined away and is thrown in the garbage. So they take, instead of melting the aluminum down to a liquid state and pouring it into a cast, in a forged wheel they use very high heat and extremely high pressure to make the actual wheel itself. Forged wheels can be made in a 2-piece, or they can be made in a 3-piece, or they can be made in a monoblock design like this. If I turn this wheel around, you kind of get a very good, clear idea of how this has been made out of one piece of aluminum. The advantage to forged is you don't have the kind of porous weakness that a casting process will leave you. Forged wheels are not going to be off the shelf. They are going to be custom ordered almost every time, and they are going to be drilled to fit your application. They're going to be painted to fit your color and style. So always expect that you're going to normally have to wait 6 to 8 weeks and order a set of forged wheels, and they're going to be at least triple the price of cast wheels. But the advantage, they are much lighter than the cast counterpart. They're much lighter because they can take away more material, leaving less bulk to the wheel, and still exceed the strength of what a cast wheel will do. Advantage for you, let's say if it's in a lifted truck application, if you're putting a heavier tire and a larger diameter wheel, well, the weight you can save with a forged wheel will give you a net result. The combination of tire and wheel will be close to the same as what the factory wheel is. So the suspension is not going to be overstressed if you're using, especially if you're maintaining the factory shocks and springs and just putting a leveling kit or a standard sort of a lift block kit. So forged wheels, a lot more expensive. Be ready to order them, but they're much stronger, and they're certainly a lot lighter. Now let's check out the combination in between and a new technology that might benefit everyone. Okay, a flow form wheel. It's known by some other names, and I've heard names or read names like flow forged, and that's just marketing. It is in no way a forged wheel. In fact, a flow formed wheel is a cast wheel. However, the barrel itself is stretched out with high heat and steel rollers that sort of squeeze and stretch the barrel to the desired width. This leads a lot thinner material, still much stronger, close to the forged rim in terms of strength, but certainly nowhere near that price. It's closer to a cast wheel generally than a forged wheel, but certainly it is a premium above and beyond cast wheels. The standard, the Flowform wheel is made out of cast material, so the faceplate is no different in terms of its strength and its ability to carry load. That doesn't change from a cast wheel. But the barrel itself is one that is a lot stronger and a lot lighter using thinner material. You can generally see on these these ridges that are left over from the stretching process from a flow-formed wheel. So flow-formed might be the right choice for a lot of people because it is a lot stronger, it is lighter weight than cast, but it is certainly nowhere near the price of forged. So if you're not racing, if it's not a racing application, or if you are racing, if you're racing some lightweight car like a Miata, a great choice for the street, for aggressive drivers, for strength, and for a premium wheel finish, a flow-form wheel might exactly be the right choice for you for your truck or car. There you have it. There's the difference between, in a short version, between a cast wheel, forged wheel, and flow-form wheels. So come see us either at the dealership at Blackstock Ford Lincoln. Check out our great custom packages, all available with financing in your purchase. If you already have your vehicle and you want to add style, we do all brands at Bad Dog Modifications, 670 Rydell Road, and our expert installation center right next door, Quick Lane, Orangeville, has state-of-the-art tire and wheel equipment. They can really take care of you. So come and see us, visit on the web, and thank you for watching.